Here we are at 4377 Comanche Road in Indian Hills, and I'm here with the homeowner, Rick Gagnon. Rick, tell me about the sustainable features of your home, both active and passive.
All right. Well, we're trying to become somewhat self-reliant. So we've got we raise sheep. We have 3 greenhouses. One of them is a large hoop house, and we have a lot of vegetables in there.
What's a hoop house?
Hoop house is it's a greenhouse that's got hoops over the top, and then it's got the protective covering over that.
Okay, we'll see that in a moment.
Yes.
Okay, we're out
have
here.
An aquaponics setup too.
Okay, and we're here in on the south side of your house, where you have 2 ground mount arrays of solar PV and an orchard. What kind of trees in there?
We have apples, pears, plums, cherries, and then we've got some berries as well.
Oh, okay, good. So you're trying to live off the land?
As much as we can.
Yeah. How many kilowatts in the PV system?
784.
And does it satisfy all your needs?
It does. We break even with it. Yeah.
Break even. Oh, okay. So not enough to buy a Tesla.
No.
Okay.
We generate a lot of extra in the summer, but then we use
it in the winter. Yeah, right. Okay, well let's go in the back and look at your greenhouses and your sheep and your other animals.
All right.
So here we are at the inverter. What does it tell us here?
Well, this is the brains of the outfit. It's got all the on-off switches and overrides. One of the nice things about this particular model is that if the grid goes down, and during the day, we can actually generate some electricity and tap into it right through this access point right here.
Okay, because most grid-tied systems, you need the grid to be functioning.
Right.
But this one, you can. Do you have batteries?
No, we don't have battery backup.
Okay, but you can live off the actual electricity being generated
during the day. Yes.
During the daytime only. I see. Have you considered getting batteries?
We have, but we looked into that, and there's a lot of extra steps there. That's a big amount of storage.
Mm-hmm.
They're heavy. You have to keep changing them out. Mm-hmm. So it's a fair amount of work.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're just living off of what we generate.
Okay, fine. And I see Buglet was your installer. Here's your production meter showing that you've produced 1,132 kilowatt hours since it was installed.
That's actually.
Oh no, that's the net.
That's the net.
That's your surplus?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the surplus.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So that goes up and down then, that number?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I see, okay.
So that's for the year.
Okay, fine.
What we generated since we put it in was 12.9 megawatts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
12.9 megawatts. Yeah, there it is right there. Let's see if we can capture this here. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, it's a bit of a glare there.
Yeah, a bit of a glare. Okay.
But that's for the year.
That's for the year, 12 megawatts a year. Megawatt hours.
Right.
Okay. And here, how many head of sheep do you have?
We've got 7.
7.
You're looking at the girls. The boys are up on the other side.
Okay.
We don't mix them until we want to have babies.
Okay. And you harvest the wool as well?
Well, no. These are a rare type of sheep. They're a hair sheep. They actually originated in Africa.
Oh, really?
So they don't develop wool. They grow hair during this winter, and then they shed it in the summer. They're actually an excellent meat animal. Mm-hmm. Because they don't generate wool. They also don't create any lanolin in their skin, mm-hmm. and that's what gives sheep that kind of sheepy, sometimes sort of wild taste. Mm-hmm. And these guys their meat's very mild. It's almost like veal.
So you're raising these sheep to butcher them?
Well, it's a combination.
Or to breed.
To breed, mostly, because they're fairly rare. Mm-hmm. They were down to just a few about 15 years ago, and so we're helping to bring them back. Okay,
great. Okay, so let's go up and look at your greenhouses now.
Okay, all right. Okay. So this is our chicken house. We have just a couple hens right now. It's towards
Are they in here somewhere?
Yeah, they may come out.
Are they laying? Oh, there's one right there. Okay. And what do you do with the chickens?
We use them for eggs, and they are several years old, and so they aren't laying any longer. So we'll be butchering them in the next few weeks.
I see.
And then we'll start over again in the spring with chicks.
Okay. And there's one of your greenhouses up there.
Yep. That's the hoop house.
Okay, yeah, I see the hoops holding it up. And you grow year-round with these greenhouses?
We can get like 3 seasons. So we
Yeah.
get an extra 3 or 4 weeks in the springtime and an extra 2 or 3 weeks in the fall.
Okay, and you live year-round off of it by canning and...
We do a lot of canning. We put up a lot of food. We freeze a lot. So that helps us through the winter.
Okay, and then you've got your meat, you've got your vegetables, you've got fruits.
Right.
And you will, I guess. Is your orchard producing it?
It is, yes. Actually, this year was pretty good. We've put up several plums. We ate everything else, but
Okay.
yeah, it's coming along pretty well.
And I see over there you also compost.
Yes. Yep. Those
So
are our compost piles.
for your gardening and
Yep.
greenhouses. Do you do any outdoor gardening?
No, because
I guess not because of those deer we saw.
Well, and we let the sheep out in the yard too.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
They would love
Okay.
it.
Any difference between this greenhouse and the other one in terms of what you grow?
That other one is much bigger. This is a Solex, so it's sort of self-contained. So these are raised beds. And it's obviously getting towards the end of the season, but we got a lot of peppers and a lot of good eggplants and all kinds of good stuff out of it.
Okay. And then there's a third greenhouse over here.
Right, that's an aquaponics setup.
Oh, okay.
Aquaponics is,
What's different from hydroponics?
Right, aquaponics is sort of a marriage between hydroponics and aquaculture.
Okay.
And so what you do is you raise the fish that excrete ammonias into the water. There are nitrifying bacteria in there that change the ammonia to nitrates, which the plants eat, and then the plants help filter out any of the other junk that's in there. So you have a essentially closed system. The only part that's open is feeding the fish.
Really? So
Yes.
you've got fish, and the fish are swimming in the water that's feeding the plants.
Correct.
Interesting. I've
Yep.
never seen that before.
Yeah.
Show me.
So the fish live down on this side.
Yeah.
It's a 285-gallon tank. We have koi in there right now.
I don't see any. I guess
They'll probably be down here. I might be able to help move them down your way. Yeah, they're all down here.
Okay. And do you...
There they go. They're headed
Yeah.
your way.
Oh, okay. They're little ones.
Yeah, they're about 6 inches right now. Some
Okay.
are about 8.
Oh, and so how...
I'm getting ready to replant this right now.
Okay.
This is a floating raft type of a system.
Yeah.
And by the time the folks come for the tour, we'll have little lettuces about this big.
That's just a week from now.
Yeah. Right.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and over
Got
here...
some chard and some other stuff that kind of a little bit unruly right now, a little out of hand. I got to clean it up a bit.
Yeah.
But
There's the flowing water.
These will work all winter long.
Yeah.
So what we do here is, you see the 2 big pipes at the end?
Yeah.
We'll draw air out into one of those, out behind the greenhouse, and I'll show you it's bermed back there. There's pipe 4 feet down into the ground, and then it's bermed over the top of it. And so that all the heat that's trapped in here will get pushed down into that earth. It'll warm up the earth, and then at night we reverse the fan, and it brings that warm air back in and keeps it warm throughout the winter.
And that allows you to do that extra month or so at the end. And
This actually we keep all winter long.
So here we are behind the barn, and we're looking at what over here in this fenced area?
That's my wife's bees. She has 2 hives in there, and
Do you harvest honey?
She's done a real good job with them. Last year, out of just 1 hive, she got 49 pounds.
Really?
So yeah, they're pretty productive.
Yeah. So you must sell it. You can't eat
We do
that
sell
much.
it. Yeah. Well, we also use it for Christmas presents and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, we do sell it.
Yeah. And this little pasture here is for the rams. Let's go
That's
look
for
at
the boys. Yep.
Let's go look at the boys.
Okay.
Ram is the proper term for them, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good. Now these are hair sheep. They're not wool sheep.
that is correct. They're called Barbados blackbelly.
Okay.
And
Okay, and I can
we
just
can actually go out there if you'd like.
Okay, let's go out there and look at them, or they're going to meet us halfway. Okay. And what do you feed them since they don't have any grazing here? Feed them hay.
This is all hay over here.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Bestie. So these are the boys. They're, again, these are hair sheep. They're Barbados blackbelly. They're originated in Africa. They were brought over to the islands, and they've done quite well there. They're very adaptive. You know, even though they came from Africa and thrived in Barbados, they do okay in the winter here. They overwinter pretty well. That one there is Dusty.
And you breed them how often?
The girls can go into estrus as many as 6 times a year. So, but what we do is we breed them twice a year.
And then you sell the babies.
Yeah, we've got 5 ewes, so we'll do 4 at a time, or 2 at each time. So we'll have 2 that are bred in October, and then they deliver in March, and then 2 that do the opposite.
Okay, very good. Okay, and you keep them apart when you're not breeding them.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would happen if you had them together?
We'd have a lot more babies,
And that's
we wouldn't
not
be
a
able to tell who was who.
Oh, I see. And that's important because...
They're all registered.
Oh, I see. You need to say who the sire is. And...
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, God.
These are breeding stock.
Okay.
And this is to help bring that this particular breed back into a good prevalence here.
Okay, good. Okay, well, thank you. Is there is there anything else that we've missed in terms of your living off the land?
No, I don't think so. The bees
Okay.
have been very important
Okay.
because they help us with the orchard. They help pollinate some of the vegetables.
Do you take hives over there, or they just get there by
No,
themselves?
they've got a 5-mile range.
Yeah.
So they're picking up stuff from all over the place, not just here.
Have you suffered any collapsing of the colony?
My wife tends to the bees, and she lost 1 hive winter before last. And then this summer hasn't been too good because what happens is you get a really nice bloom early, like in the spring, and then if you don't get another bloom later in the year, they start eating their honey. So a lot of the honey they had stored this year, they had to eat in order to continue to survive.
Got it.
And then you also don't take all their honey so that they have something for the winter.
Right. Okay. How often do you go in there to harvest?
Once a year.
What time of year?
About this time,
Oh, okay.
a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Oh, you've already done it for the year.
Yeah, but we didn't have much because of that, not having a second bloom.
I see. Okay. Well, is there anything to see in terms of the canning and other operation?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go inside and look at that.
Okay. All right, so what we've done is we've got a rather large garage here, so we've converted 1.5 bays into like a little industrial kitchen, and this is where my wife does all of her canning. This is where I brew my beer. We can deal with the vegetables here, so we pick a bunch of crops, we can bring them in, clean them up. This sink has an outlet going out to the outside.
For drain.
For a drain.
And then for water, you just hook up that hose.
Just hook up the hose. Yep.
Yeah. Right.
So it actually works out of the sink. It's just,
Right.
never know that it's actually just a hose.
Right.
And then a lot of stainless steel. Works really well for preparing food. Another stainless steel table here. Another work table down there. And then we've got places to keep all the canning supplies and all the beer supplies.
And down under the counter here?
Oh, those are burners for doing the canning and for brewing the beer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Anything else to tell us about this operation?
No, other than it's kind of fun and pretty comfortable to hang out here and get all that food going.
And how has this lifestyle of living off the land affected your finances, your household finances?
Oh, we still spend way too much, but we're getting ready to retire here sometime soon, so we're hoping to be able to not have to dip into our savings too much as we live off of what we got here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the tour.
You're very welcome.